Alright, so we're going to be making a automatic hook set snare for fish. Sounds kind of, but it works. So you're going to need 2 strong, flexible, around 9 foot tall river cane stock. Okay, now that you got your river cane, you're going to want to cut all the extra off, all the little limbs. You won't be needing that. Alright, so now that you're at your river, you're going to get one of your poles, the shorter one preferably, and you're going to maybe make a trigger system. Okay, so you're going to want 2 sections of river cane, approximately the thickness of one of your fingers. Like maybe your pinky, I don't know. You might have small hands. But maybe a centimeter thick in diameter. You want 2 pieces like that. And do not let these pieces split. So if you cut the end of joints, so they have little joints here and there, you want to cut right after them because that's the strongest point. So there's one piece. Okay, so now you got 2 pieces. Set this aside. Clean these up a little bit. Okay, so what you're gonna do is now you're gonna make a trigger system. You're gonna make 2 notches, 1 notch on each stick, so they interlock. Interlocking about halfway, so that you're gonna tie the fishing line to the bottom of this, and tie string to your spring pole, and then when the fish pulls out, when it takes the bait, pulls it out, unhooks it, springs up, automatically setting the hook. Notches like that. You're gonna make 2 that they interlock. Get your other piece and you make another notch that interlocks onto that. Something like that. And now you'll see you have to cut the ends off just a little bit so they fit together like that. See how you're getting closer there? They almost interlock. So you get the idea. Okay, so now what you want to do, you want to get your taller piece of pole, your spring, and you're gonna want to push this down into the riverbed. So it's strong, it's not gonna go anywhere. And then you'll be able to bend this over like this. The cane is very flexible and it doesn't break. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna tie your string to the end of this down to your trigger system you just made, which is gonna be pegged into the ground here, tied to the line that goes into the river. Another thing I carry everywhere with me is paracord. Paracord, 550, 110 pound paracord. It works. It's very strong. It's reliable. You can start fires with it. You can build shelters with it. You can catch fish with it. The possibilities are endless. So you're gonna get around 3 feet of paracord. that. I like to tie a simple slip knot. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make another little notch just to hold your paracord, make sure it doesn't slip anywhere. Just enough to hold your paracord. You don't want to impair the strength of your trigger. Just gonna do a simple knot around that. Make sure it's tight. Then you're gonna pull this down to your other trigger, which is in sand. Yeah, it's not strong enough. So you're gonna get your second trigger system. You're gonna cut a bit of a notch into it.
What are you using to cut a notch?
Multi-tool. I think everybody should be carrying one of these daily.
Good idea.
Should be part of your EDC, people. And you're gonna get your fixed blade, or your switch, whatever you carry. And you're gonna finish that notch to make a reverse notch to catch your other piece. Just like that. Just like that. There you go. So now that you got your second trigger stick, longer trigger stick, I'm gonna get that and push that pretty deep into your riverbed or a riverbank, either one. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I have maybe 6 feet of fishing line right here. I mean, you can find fish hooks and fishing line just about at any body of water. It's pretty crazy how far people have reached into nature to go just to catch a few fish. But very small hook. You want the smallest hook possible, because a small hook can catch a big fish, but a big hook can't catch a small fish. So in a survival situation, you take what you can get. A hook, you can easily replace this with a rock, or even maybe don't even use a hook. I mean a weight. You can. It's versatile. It's not. There's no one answer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get your line, get a bit of a loop, and tie a fisherman's knot around your fishing line. Just like that. It's not a visual, it's not. Okay, and from here, you can get your trigger system. You're gonna hook it on there and tighten it. So you pretty much made a slip knot with a fisherman's knot, just a little bit more effective, a little bit more secure. And then just loop it around a few times. And then just tie off the end. You don't want to lose a fish. A fish can save your life. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do. Okay, so what you are going to want to do when setting up a fishing snare or fishing system, you're always gonna have to have bait, right? Most fish don't bite an empty hook. So in this river system here, I'll just go and flip rocks and look on the rocks and underneath the rocks, because just as many animals live on rocks as they do underneath. So I'm gonna keep flipping rocks until you find something. ain't gonna lie, there was a few little tiny critters on there. They looked like they could bite. So one place you can look for bait, fantastic place to look for bait, is on these logs. Have rotten bark like this. Usually just peel it right off. Right here we got somethings. I'm not sure what those are, but they'll work as bait. Okay, so what you want to do is get your trigger system. Pull that down. Hook it onto your little thingy you got here. What you're gonna want to do is you're going to want to hook the one part of your trigger system and to the other. So what you're gonna want to do is you're going to hook them in just like that. See how they're hooked right there. And then you're gonna get your baited line. You're gonna throw it to where you see fit. And then when this line is pulled, I'm not gonna, I'll do it for the sake of demonstration. When this line is pulled by the fish, it just goes whoop and sets the hook. In this case, catching my cameraman. So that's how you're gonna catch a fish with an automated fishing trap.